welcome back to another episode of the Momagers podcast, where we uplift, empower, and walk hand in hand with everyone that is raising dreamers. I am your host, Mama Lagway.
And I am your girl, Lady G. And mamas, today's episode is about sitting in the quiet during the recruiting process.
So when nothing is happening during that quiet time, the ones refreshing the emails all the time, watching other kids post, wondering if you missed a phone call or missed something, just wondering, is my child being overlooked?
And then you're asking yourself, did I do enough? Or are we just waiting?
This period is rather emotional. It's an emotional weight.
Right.
Nothing is happening. You will tell yourself, but guess what? Like I said before, our kids are watching our energy.
Mm-hmm.
So we cannot play into that so much, all right? Let's say it out loud. When nothing is happening, it messes with your mind. It does.
It does.
You're not crazy. It messes with you.
Right.
But it's how you respond to the quiet time.
Right, absolutely. Because, mamas, we take that silence personal. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's be honest. We take it personal.
Yeah.
And we internalize it.
Yes.
We have this fear of wondering if our child is being overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes guilt sets in.
Yes.
Like, did I do enough?
Yeah.
Did I do enough? And it gives you that feeling of helplessness because your child is watching others and they're wondering, hey, am I good enough? Is this for me?
Yeah. So you're trying to stay strong for them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to stay strong for them.
Right.
That's what we got to do.
Right.
But while internalizing things, in your heart, you're at a panic.
Right.
You're panicking.
That's that mama.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
But again, we have to keep that energy calm.
Yeah.
For them.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're already going through so many mixed emotions. They're doubting themselves. So mamas, take a deep breath. So whoever you are, take a deep breath. You are not failing at this. Just take a deep breath, take a step back. We told you before that there's a process.
It's a process.
There's a quiet time when the coaches got to be quiet. They can't even talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
There's rules. There's regulations behind it. Right. So it's nothing to do with your child.
Right. And let's just be honest. Recruiting, this whole process, there's a period that's quiet and it's by design.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be quiet.
Yeah. They're watching you too. Mm-hmm. They're watching what you're doing during this quiet time.
Yes.
Even though they're not saying anything to you, they're watching you. Coaches don't announce interest all the time. Right. They watch, they track, they wait.
Mm-hmm.
What's actually happening behind the scenes, guys? Coaches are evaluating practice habits.
Right.
They're contacting and they're waiting on junior and senior film, honestly. And sometimes they need to see your varsity film.
Right.
You need to be on varsity. They want to see that.
Right.
But so they got to wait. They got to have, like I said, it's rules, regulations, and process. They can't even say anything to you. They can't even be reaching out. They're comparing their depth charts. They're monitoring academics and behaviors. This is when they're asking those questions. This all plays a part. That's what we were talking about.
Right.
So it's going to be a quiet period.
Right. And it may seem like they're following from a distance, but just know that they are still following.
Yeah.
They're evaluating. It doesn't mean that they're disinterested in your athlete. They're just doing the work that needs to be done, putting the pieces of the puzzle together.
Let's talk about what we mentioned briefly on the last episode, that comparison.
Yeah. Yep.
Guys, comparison during the waiting season, comparison is a thief. It tries to steal your peace, your joy. It tries to disrupt your whole house.
Right.
Your kids' confidence. Mm-hmm. It's a thief. And it especially speaks loud and makes itself present during this quiet waiting season.
Right.
Nothing makes sense. Nothing's more louder than the quiet season, than comparison.
Right. Especially when all of the kids around them are making all of these posts. right? Yeah. All of these posts and stuff. They're showing their social media highlights. They're showing, you know, all the things that are happening for them. And let's just be honest. So when they post these highlights and these offers, they're not posting the timelines, you know, of when these things are really triggering.
Yeah.
And let's just be honest. And this is what you need to know. Cheat code. Early offers. When all of these early offers are going out, it does not equal the final outcome, okay? It doesn't equal that. Some athletes peak later than others. And what's most important in the grand scheme of things? As long as that athlete peaks, that's it. That's the only thing that matters. Yeah. And everything else will take care of itself.
It sure will. God is not on a group timeline. What he has for you and your child, he got.
Right.
So I want to say to you guys, limit the scrolling. Limit the amount of time you spend on the social media. Stop scoreboard parenting. Stop judging. Stop comparing yourself to what other people have going on. Yeah. Protect the car ride conversations. When you're going to training, when you're going to school, if you're still taking them to school, if they're not driving themselves, or when y'all are in the car together going to these games and whatever. Protect those conversations. Talk about positive, uplifting things.
Yes.
Speak hope, not panic.
Right.
Don't you be panicking and being chaotic. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to, like I said before, match our energy. So this is a time you pour into them, that you continue to help guide them on other things. So supporting your athlete when they feel overlooked, Lady G, let's talk a little bit about that one. When their athlete is feeling overlooked.
I feel like this is the hardest part. This is the hardest part because your athlete is now going to start asking you questions, you know, like, am I good enough? Am I doing the right things?
Why aren't the coaches calling me? Did I miss my window? What window? We just said, God, what timeline you on?
Right.
What window you waiting on? Who made a window? Whose window are you following?
Yes.
What window do you see? Because some people's windows are dirty.
Very dirty. And you gotta keep, you know, reiterating the fact that, you know, no two journeys are the same.
That's right. And listen. So, okay, we can say all this and we've been through this. But listen, guys, please acknowledge their feelings because you want your child to feel comfortable coming to you because it's already so much pressure. You don't want them they don't know how to do all this stuff. You don't want them internalizing things. Yeah. They're still young. We're still guiding them. We're still teaching them. So you don't want them to internalize this to where they start being depressed and different things like that and start doubting themselves. Right. So acknowledge the feeling without feeding into the fear.
Right.
So acknowledge their feelings without feeding into so much the fear that they're having when they're telling you that separate effort from outcomes. Okay. So yeah, they may not be getting the outcome that they think they should be getting at that time.
Right.
From the effort that they're putting in. Separate that. That's when you have that time to separate that. No, you got to keep working. Right. You got to keep working because you want to be ready when that opportunity presents itself. You don't want to let the opportunity present itself, then trying to get ready because they didn't stop working during that time. So you want to separate the effort from the outcome. You want to emphasize the controllable part.
That's important. So important.
Control what you can control.
That's it.
That's it. Emphasize that with your child. That is a life lesson that they have to learn.
Absolutely. And you know, parents, just know that when you're calm, that's going to breathe life and confidence into your athlete when you're calm.
Faith or purpose reminders. You know, you need to have these type of conversations with your children. So like what you going to do during that process when nothing's happening? What do you do? Waiting doesn't mean sitting still.
Right.
Like we just said, you got to be productive with strategies, with waiting strategies. You got to stay productive. You got to stay on the path. You have to continue to pour into your children. You have to have them continue to update their film, their stats. They know what they're still doing. So they need to keep that stuff current and updating. They need to refine their skills, not panic.
That's right.
Refine. Figure out something that they can work on. Revisit academic standings.
Yes.
Have these meetings. These are the times during that waiting period that you work on those different things. You want to do the strength and training, recovery.
Right.
Because every time, as much as they're working, recovery is huge.
It's everything.
Huge. It is everything, because teach them, this is a waiting period. Teach them things on how to take care of their body, to do the strength training, and then also be recovering. Honest evaluation from coaches. Go have those meetings with the coaches and say, hey, what do you think that we could be working on?
Right.
What do you see? Tell us something. Even if you got to send your film to a random coach that your dad may know, or your mom may know, or your aunt, auntie, uncle, whomever.
Right.
Send it and say, hey, I need an honest, open critiquing of what I'm doing.
Right.
Tell me what I can do to do more.
You know, so Mama Lagway, now most schools are now starting to have recruiting coaches on staff.
Yes.
They're starting to have recruiting coaches. So parents, during this quiet season, reach out to that recruiting coach and have these conversations with them. Because quite frankly, you know, for your athlete, during the quiet season, you know, of this process, that's where the discipline starts to happen. So for you, mom, you know, parent, you want to make sure that you are staying organized. You're doing the research. You're doing all of the things to where the communication is simple and it's productive for your athlete.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let me give y'all a little cheat code. Let me give y'all a little tea. They are starting to, at the high school level, hire recruiting coaches on staff. Reach out to them. Lean on them, meet with them, but don't put your everything in them.
Never.
They got, just like we were saying, they got 200 plus odd kids.
Yes.
So they're not going to put the focus all on your child.
Right.
But they should be able to give you some information. Okay, so you want to do that. So, you know, you got to stay present and stay a constant factor in your child's journey.
Right.
So everybody that is a part of that puzzle, utilize them, learn from them, but don't think that just because they got a recruiting coach on staff that they're going to take care of all the recruiting process.
Absolutely.
Because they're not.
Right.
They're not going to take care of that. Guys, trusting God's timing is the big picture, because you don't want to do anything without his timing, his perfect will.
Right.
You know? So his timing is going to be the perfect timing. And these are the things that you need to continue to pour into your children.
Like she said, that this is the bigger picture. You know, this faith component that she's talking about, it cannot be ignored.
No.
Because again, this is a process and it's an emotional process.
Very. And remember, delayed is not denial.
Facts.
And preparation always precedes promotion. So encouragement piece, that's important. You want to trust what's being built in the dark. Okay? So this is the time where you're preparing your child, because I promise you, if they can't handle this, the next level is 10 times worse. It's a thing, I love it at my church. They always say the higher the level, the stronger the devil.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So the higher the level they go, the stronger the pressure is going to be on them, the more the stuff that they're going to be hearing. And then it's going to be openly for the world to see.
Right.
But, you know, delayed is not denial. Believe that character is being shaped during this waiting season. It should be shaped. This is when you need to pour into them. You need to help shape their character. This is when you're teaching them. They're learning this. Remember that your child is more than this moment.
Let's pause right there real quick. This is the part that's going to come in play at that next level when they get there. Your child is more than the sport.
Yeah.
Your child is more than the moment, because when they start experiencing adversity, and it's going to happen, they need to know, they need to be able to fall back on some of the principles that you instilled in them to keep moving forward when things don't seem quite right.
That's right.
And that's on us, mamas. That's on us, daddies. That's on us, aunties and uncles and grandparents, whoever it is that has stewardship over these athletes. This is the most critical moment right here, when in that quiet season, when nothing has happened, there's still work to be done.
That's right. And that's when you help develop those.
Yes.
That's when you prepare them for these moments that they're going to have. Because it's going to happen.
You got to have the faith. It's gonna happen.
So that adversity that they're gonna go through, that's a form of their waiting season. Is a form of adversity.
Absolutely.
So why not build those characters right then? Why not build those strategies? Why not teach them how to have a prayer life?
Right.
Why not teach them how to get in quiet places and think positive thoughts, affirmations? Why not teach them to put sticky notes up on the walls and say, you are this?
Right.
And then why not encourage our athletes? I tell my kids all the time, football is what you do.
It's not who you are.
It's not who you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Band may be what you do.
Right.
It's not who you are. So we have to consistently build the character, build the people. Y'all, these kids are going through this journey. If they're athletes, actors, singers, whatever, they're taking on grown-up responsibilities and pressures that their little adolescent minds aren't even ready for.
Right.
They're not even built for it.
Right.
They're not even built for it yet. So we have to continue to parent them.
Absolutely.
I don't care how much money is thrown at them. I don't care how much hype is built around them.
Right.
It is our job to keep their heads not big.
Right. Stay grounded.
Stay grounded and know that God giveth and he will take away.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you, the sooner you can start this conditioning process,
that's it, the conditioning process.
The conditioning process, the better. Because it's going to help you and it's going to help your athlete. When your athlete is 1,200 miles away from you and they start going through, you got to know in your heart of hearts that you've done your job and poured in to them. Yeah. And then it's still continual. You still going to have to do it.
Yeah, because,
Start it now.
Yes.
Start it now, guys.
I agree with you on that because, listen, you say it all the time. To much is given.
To whom much is given,
much is required.
Absolutely.
This is, I say it all the time, this lifestyle, this journey, parents, student athletes.
Yes.
Actors, singers. You sure you want it?
Right.
Because if you're given that lifestyle,
right,
there's going to come with negativity. It's going to come with hatred. It's going to come with people talking about you. AI got stuff coming out where they lying on you. And not just you, your whole family.
The whole family.
The whole family. Lord, I think I got some kind of condition not too long ago. I was in the hospital.
Yes.
People call. Y'all don't believe everything you read on. Don't believe the hype.
Because it is so funny.
These people don't know.
And then you got people who know better.
They know better and they believe it.
And believe it.
They could have just seen me at the grocery store.
They'll retweet it.
You okay?
Repost it. Like, what? Come on now. You just saw me.
But I can tell you right now, everything that we're trying to tell you is things that we've dealt with, that we are dealing with.
Absolutely.
It's not over. So we want to help encourage you that you're not doing anything wrong.
Right.
The feelings that you have when you get so angry that you just want to cry, scream, cuss, fuss, all that, whatever, that's a normal feeling.
It is.
That is a normal feeling.
Yes.
You're going to feel that way. But remember, our children match our energy.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many times I done put my face in a pillow and just screamed.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I done went in my room when I get out of the shower and I'm getting dressed, I just cry. Because you got to let it out. You can't hold it in. We're not meant to hold all this stuff in. You have to have an avenue where you can let it out.
Right.
Because this is first of all, what did we say? It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes.
And it's a journey. So that means it's taking time.
Right.
So over time, you're going to have negative things. Like I choose to not even look at social media.
Right. Because
I know how it makes me feel. It makes me angry. It changes my day. It changes my whole perspective. I'm mean to people. I don't want to be like that. I have to walk around in peace. So I know what I can handle. You're going to start learning the things that you can handle. And if you start feeling a certain way that's going to get you out of God's good grace.
Right.
And take you to a level where it might even get you out of your freedom.
Yes.
Because I feel like that too. I love my freedom.
Right.
And my peace and God's good grace.
But you also love your children.
But I love my children. Y'all know, I tell y'all, I stand 10 toes down. I will do something so I stay away from those things. Because at the end of the day, they don't know you.
Right.
They don't know your child. They just trying to get clicks.
Right.
They just want somebody to click on their page and think they have the right story or have the right information. But it's during these waiting periods This is when we educate not just our kids, but ourselves.
Yes.
Because we have to build that culture. We have to, and it takes exercise.
It's conditioning.
It's conditioning.
It's conditioning. It's conditioning and stuff. So, you know, this season, this quiet seasoning that you're in, you know, it doesn't mean nothing is happening. It's actually strengthening you, the family. It's strengthening everyone, you know, because it may seem like, I mean, you just can't see things happening, but there's things happening.
Yeah, and just because nothing's happening right now, it doesn't mean that it never will happen.
Right.
I mean, things are going to happen. So you got to stay steady.
Yes.
Keep your non-negotiables. Keep controlling only what you can control. Stay grounded. Stay faithful. You know, you got to believe in some. Teach your kids to believe in some. I mean, I'm not a big holy. I love the Lord. Like, so that's my piece.
Right.
That's what I do. But if some people like affirmations.
Right. I'm an affirmation person.
So show your child something. Because guys, I believe truly, if you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything.
Anything.
So they'll be falling for this negativity and this stuff that the enemy or whomever, social media and everything's put in their head, like, oh, maybe they're not good. Oh, maybe this kid, oh, maybe my classmate better than me. Or maybe I can't do that. They'll start falling for that stuff. So it's your position as their parent, their guardian, to guide them, lead them, and help them. So where they don't fall victim to that. Because
it's hard to come back. It's hard to come back from it.
It is.
You know, and so when that moment comes, and it's gonna come, it's gonna come, you'll realize that in that quiet season, the coaches, they were doing what they were doing. They were putting the pieces of the puzzle together for you and your athlete. You know, it wasn't working against you. It was actually working for you.
Yes, guys. And we are taking this journey. We're walking this journey with you guys. Because even though our children may be at the next level right now, the college, there's still another level they're working to get to, but we can help and give y'all a little tea from where we came from, because we wish that someone would have openly talked to us about this stuff. So we wouldn't think that we're going crazy and losing our mind. So we just, you know, from this episode, you know, we want to have some takeaways from this. So, Lady G, tell us a little bit. Let's talk to our community. Okay. Let's get these takeaways. What are some takeaways that you would say that we should take from this whole lesson right here?
I would definitely say, guys, mamas, families, that you're not behind. You are right where you are supposed to be. You know, we have to normalize the quiet season.
Yes.
It's okay to not hear from anybody. It's okay to not, you know, have an offer to post. You know, it doesn't mean denial.
That's right.
It doesn't mean denial. You know, you got to also make sure you're pouring into your athlete, because everything else around them seems to be glitter, right? And what they say, everything glitter ain't gold. It's okay. So you want to make sure that you're supporting your athlete with confidence.
Yes.
And you're keeping your peace. Okay? You're keeping your peace.
Absolutely.
So trust the process. It's going to work for you, you know, and everybody have their own path to go down.
That's right. That's right. Because there's seasons for everything.
There are seasons for everything.
There's seasons for everything. So I hope that this episode was a little impactful for you. I hope that maybe we were able to unpack some things that you've been thinking in your head and thinking you're crazy. But I hope we've been able to educate you on the next level. So, I mean, please, we can have more intimate conversations like this. Join our community. Be a part of us. Reach out to us. Share with another parent, guardian, grandma, whomever that you think this may be helpful with. You know, click subscribe on our YouTube channels, our X, Instagram, and whenever these shows are posted, and, you know, like them, share them, because we're going to continue to give you the tea.
You know, and also we would love for you to comment on our social channels. Because, you know, we want to be able to interact with you. And stuff. We want to know what you're going through. We want to know if something we've said was helpful to you. And, you know, because we're all in this together.
Or if it's something that we may have missed out on. You know, because we it's so much to unpack. So if it's something that we can talk a little bit more about, if you have some ideas or some things you want to hear, you know, just let us know. Just comment and let's talk. Let's talk about it, because we are here for you. Like I said, we're walking hand in hand with you guys, but we're also still in this journey too.
Ourselves. Absolutely.
We're still going through it. So we're learning and growing, and we're going to do this together. Thank you. Thank you for watching our Momagers podcast, where we're helping moms to walk by faith, work with purpose, and live in peace.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook at Momagers Pod. Also, if you like what you've heard, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Momagers Pod. Until next time, the Momagers.